The first theory that I'm going to be speaking about is the Eysenck's personality theory. This theory suggests that there's two different personality traits. The first being extroverts. An extrovert is someone who is known for being loud and outgoing. This is because they are confident, and unlike the other theory, which is an introvert, of someone who is being very quiet and reserved. Neither of these personalities traits are deemed better for sport, as they both have their positives and they both have their negatives. An extrovert may work better in a team as they're more confident. However, an introvert might work harder and is less likely to get distracted as they concentrate on themselves a lot more than being the center of attention. Even though they do have both their positives, you can say that an extrovert who can work in a team might be better than an introvert in a team sport, for example rugby, which is not at all an individual sport, whereas an introvert might be a better boxer than an extrovert. Now moving on to the second theory, it is called Giordano's narrowband theory. This theory suggests that there are two types of people, type A and B. According to this theory, people who are type A show personality traits of lacking patience and a strong urge for competition and a high desire to achieve goals. The theory also suggests that they get more stressed. Type B personalities are more patient and they're not as competitive. They have a desire to achieve, but then again, it's not the same as the desire of a type A. They are less stressed and losing doesn't bother them. As you can tell, type A is better for sport as they are going to work hard, well, not necessarily work harder, but they are going to show desire and they have the want to win, whereas the type B doesn't mind about losing. Now moving on to the third theory is the trait personality theory. This theory suggests that our personality and traits is in our genetic makeup and has been orientated from the way that we are raised. This suggests that previous experiences in our life, our upbringing, make up our personality, including our genes. Within this idea, there are two more specific theories. These are Giordano's narrowband, which I've previously spoken about, and Eysenck's theory. Now moving on to the fourth theory, this is the social learning interaction theory. This theory suggests that your traits are picked up from how you are brought up and experiences, so you learn it off other people that you look up to. This suggests that you learn it from maybe your parents or someone who you idolize, like a footballer. Also, there is the interaction theory. This theory is a bit of social learning and the trait theory. It suggests that you are born with some traits, but you also learn as well. Now moving on to the two sportsmen, the first of which is Mike Tyson. I believe Mike Tyson is the trait personality theory. I believe this because at a young age, there's a story of him having two pet pigeons. At a young age, both of them got killed by bullies as he was bullied. This angered him, and I believe it changed his personality in making him successful in the way of being extremely aggressive. I think that this previous event made him aggressive. I also think this because his coach brought him in to live in a nice house in a nice area in his adolescence years. However, he kept going back to the maybe not so nice areas with his old friends who weren't good for his future. I believe this is a trait that he had, and he could not learn to lose this trait. Now, moving on to the second sports person, it's Serena Williams. I believe Serena Williams is the social learning theory. This is because her dad pushed her to play tennis from a very young age. He knew that he wanted all three of his children to become tennis players, and by this Serena learned how to play the game, and she is extremely successful at it and known for being the best.